All right, let's give this a shot. What's up, everyone? Excited for a little bit of a different day, a little bit of a special day today. Trying something new here with this video format. So today we're going to talk through jump balance. And it's a pretty interesting concept that I hadn't really stumbled upon until starting this insane, ridiculous journey of trying to dunk a basketball. What it boils down to is just your kind of four different approaches to jumping and to dunking a basketball and being well-rounded in all four. So there is jumping off of your left leg, single leg, your right leg, single leg, your right-left approach, so a 2-foot jump, and then a left-right approach. And one thing to kind of keep in mind as we go through this video, your opposite leg from your dominant hand is your kind of dominant leg, at least in basketball and with dunking in this approach. So for me, right-handed, my left leg is that much better for me, that much more adapted to me jumping, and I think it's probably as big of a difference as losing 2 or 3 inches off of the vertical with my right leg in comparison to my left leg. So something to keep in mind. I call it jump balance because it's great to be well-rounded in all four areas of the approach, but rather than hearing it from me, let me kick it over to an expert. Got a YouTube video here pulled up, knees over toes guy. If you've been following the Dunk Day Substack, you'll know that this is my my guy here. Learned a lot from him. A lot of my strength training and mobility training is based around what he teaches and preaches. So yeah, it will be much better from his explanation than from mine. So let's check that out.
Is the best in the world at jump balance. He's going to demo it, and then we're going to go into more depth than any video out there. Connor, I'll rebound for you. What do you got? Right leg.
So you'll notice him calling it out after that one and then before he jumps with the other one, but that was a single leg, right leg approach, which again, more natural for a left-hander. But when you're at this level that this guy is, as we'll see in a second, it's all just so fluid. It doesn't really matter what you don't really have a dominant at that point because everything is kind of elite here.
What are you doing now?
Left leg.
Left leg coming in.
Left leg, single leg.
Right, left.
Right, left jump.
So 2-foot approach. You see this a lot in volleyball athletes, right? Really, really great jumpers and especially kind of blocking at the net there. So
Left, right jump. Nice.
and then ending with that left right, that is the kind of dominant for a left-hander. Again, finishing off that right leg to the left hand.
And then stay nearby because I'm going to show you something. So for me, just from training alone, I found out that I could dunk with a left-right plant. Let's watch the left knee. That knee goes over the toes. It actually,
As his name implies, knees over toes guy, all about that. Something that, again, just isn't kind of natural, at least in my experience with sports, with training, with anything else I've done. You aren't really coached that, but there does seem to be some good value there, something I'm trying to incorporate into everything from my lifting, right, my squats. It's helping with my mobility, and then something he preaches in the jump approach here.
she builds that side more or overuses it. Years later, then from practicing, I was able to dunk right, left. So the first thing to establish for yourself is, can you dunk or not? Because none of
No, I can't dunk. I think that's why we're all here.
what we just did will get us to jump that much higher. Now, jumping the different plants will help because it makes you stronger for the hole. But now I want you to compare, and Connor, I want you to try to get your head over the rim. And I want you to think about the 4 dunks he just did. Forget basketball. Think of his human body as anatomy. And tell me those 4, or this jump, which one is going to signal more force into the ground and tell his body to jump higher. Let's see it. Head over the rim. Come on. Oh! Oh! Okay. You got to go. Be careful right now.
And this is just insane to me. Obviously not laughing at this poor guy hitting his head on the rim. I imagine that really hurt. That didn't feel good. We won't go through the rest of the video, but he, tells him to go get checked out, make sure he doesn't have a concussion. Laughing at just the experience of hitting your head on the rim, right? I've been at this for a number of months at this point. It's going to be a big deal for me when I'm consistently grabbing the rim. And, you know, there's a huge difference there with the jump ability to go hit your head on the rim. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, just a great kind of overview of that jump balance. Now, the next thing I want us to kind of dig into is this in action, right? So what better example to use than NBA athletes? So you think about kind of the elite dunkers of our modern NBA game, whether you follow or not, you know, Anthony Edwards, just absolutely incredible athlete. He actually hit his head on the rim in a game a month or two ago, jumps out of the gym. But as I was going through his highlights, thinking, you know, he could be a good example to show kind of the diversity in the jump approaches, I noticed that he really just tends to go right-left for at least the majority of the clips that I saw. Just kind of surprised about that. Checked out a few other guys. You know, I'm a Blazers fan, so Anthony Simons has won a dunk contest during All-Star Weekend a couple years back. Really good jumper. Saw a little bit more kind of diversity in his approaches, but not a whole lot there either. And then, of course, he's a Rato's guy, a lot of kind of experience with this, and he called out that Kobe was the best that he had ever seen in terms of doing this live in action. And kind of, you know, of course, if you know about Kobe, the mob mentality, all of that, you know that he's infamous for looking for whatever is going to give him an advantage and training that until it is that advantage. And, you know, couldn't think of a better advantage when you can use all four approaches, use it with whatever kind of the game is giving you or feeling you, use it in real time and not lose, you know, several inches, be able to have that be so well-rounded. So pulled up his clips, and of course, 4 of the first 5 dunks that we see here, he's in all 4 of the approaches. So let me just shut up and show one of the masters at work here. So immediately right left, again that opposite foot to the dominant hand. Kobe right-handed, left foot. No surprise there. Would have put a good amount of money that there was at least one of those in here.
Wow, did you see the move by the kid? That's Kobe. To Los Angeles, Kobe Bryant, and the finish.
So next one here, single leg off his left. Again, more natural for a right-hander off that opposite leg.
You saw late Kobe early, slams her home.
And then we see this, and he's right-left in, you know, around traffic, through the lane. Just an incredible dunk. And that left leg, more dominant for, that right leg for a left-hander. You know, this was a right-left approach, and he just slams that home.
Kobe blows right by Willie Green with a reverse dunk. How about
Off the left leg. Great finish.
that for the start of the second half?
And then this is just the icing on the cake. Single leg, right leg. So again, more dominant for a left-hander. And
throws it down.
no problem. Right around the guy. And just to see that level of athleticism at this level across all 4 approaches, incredible stuff. Something to certainly aspire to. And then kind of fun to compare to where I'm at. This will look drastically different, but took this at one of our local parks here just a few weeks ago, and found that I think I eventually did it off camera, but this is an 8'10" hoop. You know, there's 14 inches for you doing the math at home between this and a real dunk, so a lot of work to be done. But just trying out the 4 approaches, and I didn't even get all 4 approaches on camera. That might be, let me double check that. This might be mislabeled, but I am right-handed, so I think we want to flip this. Let's double check what I did here. Yeah, no, this is certainly a right-left approach, finishing with the left leg. Ignore that caption. Obviously some work to be done with my video editing here, but Again, the left foot, natural for a right-hander. I'm right-handed. There we go. So again, caption is wrong. That's right, left. Always use the opposite there. Caption fitting this time. You know, trying that left leg single approach, getting kind of caught in between. There's a lot of just thinking as I'm trying to rewire my brain, my body with this approach. And it turns into just an awkward half layup on an 8'10" hoop. It's brutal. And when I get to my goal down the road, we'll make a fail compilation or something of all this. That'll be on there for sure. So right, left, finishing off the left. This caption wrong, and not even getting there. So just working on these jumps. More to come with it. And then finally get it clean with the left. So just to compare that to what we see with Kobe, what we see with that guy that's dunking that, you know, with the knees over toes guy who has those examples, that elite jump balance, something that, you know, had never really occurred to me, something that takes a lot of training. It's really uncomfortable. Imagine doing something, you know, with if you're right-handed with your left hand that you just haven't done before and you're trying to get to that level of proficiency with it. That's what this feels like. Luckily, it's as straightforward as jumping, so there, you know, is plenty of room to get there, but a lot of rewiring going on in the brain, a lot of the approaches with it, and even getting to the point where, you know, I can't even get the captions right because I'm so crisscrossed with all of it. So yeah, just going to the gym, working on that, and I think with some of this balance, it's gonna take a while, but a lot of potential to help with this ultimate goal of going and dunking a basketball on a 10-foot rim. So appreciate the deep dive with me here today, and thanks for following along. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.